What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today I want to show you a winning Anubismon. Now, this was shared by the lovely Ensan Gaming channel, folks. It was tweeted out by, who was it over on Twitter? HBST Golobasoga? Something like that. I don't know. I want to say a shop over in Japan. Point is, I wanted to show you a winning Anubismon deck. I mean, I wanted to see a winning Anubismon deck, honestly. And now I can show you a winning Anubismon deck. And that's rather lovely indeed. I'm going to be honest with you. I am happy about this. So let's have a gander, shall we? As always, we're going to start with the Digitama, and we are going to work our way up. Shout out to the lovely folks over on DigimonCard.dev for, frankly, it's so much easier trying to find cards and get information when you're rolling on that website. Those dudes are awesome. So what we've got here is a little mixture of Digitama. It's a 4-1 split. It is mostly Demi-Meramon. When you are destroyed, you draw a card. It means that when your Digimon go down, you've got a little bit of a draw engine. It's not much, but bearing in mind this is a game where a little bit of draw goes a long way. We then do have one Xiaomon, and my apologies for the terrible pronunciation. It gives your Digimon retaliation when you've got 10 or more cards in your trash. Means that when that Digimon goes down, it will take down the other Digimon it's battling with it. Nice, but a bit awkward to get into play, which probably explains why it is a 1 of rather than a 4 of. Now, if we take a little bit of a look at the level 3s here, there are going to be some that look fairly familiar. Impmon at this stage should honestly be a given. Impmon is, as I like to phrase it, nuts good. When you get deleted, you discard the top 3 cards of your deck. But given how much purple plays from the trash, and we're going to see that as we go through here, this doesn't seem like a terrible thing. Similarly, there's only 2 of them, I should say. Similarly, we've got a full 4 copies of Tapermon here, and this is another one that you should be expecting. When you are deleted, you draw 1 card. Again, we're not talking phenomenal draw here, but beggars, choosers, etc. It's not bad draw. We then see a playset of Demi-Devimon, the one from BT2, to be more precise. And here, essentially, it's just cheap. 2 cost to play normally, 0 cost to Digivolve. It's a vanilla card, there's not much special about it at all. But, you know what? It does the job very nicely. And along the same kind of lines here, we've got Candlemon. And Candlemon here is exactly this, and I mean exactly the same other than name and art. We've got 2 cost to play normally, 0 cost to Digivolve, 3,000 power. But it's cheap and it's easy to get into play, so we've got a couple with nice deletion skills, and the rest of them we're just going full speed. Except we've actually got 3 copies of Loosemon here, just kind of casually slid into the purple deck. And Loosemon works perfectly here. Loosemon is a 13 cost to play normally level 3 that cannot evolve from a Digitama. It's weird. But if you've got 10 or more cards in your trash, you can play it for a 5 cost rather than a 13. And bearing in mind, purple, like I said, plays from the trash, discards cards, etc., this does the trick beautifully. Also very much worth pointing out that when you play it, you recover a card to your deck. So having 3 of these to drop in the late game to start recovering cards, you're going to see this in a lot of purple decks moving forward. This isn't some weird purple-yellow hybrid deck. This is a purple deck, but Loosemon just fits beautifully into purple decks. Moving over into level 4s here, we have got Devimon here. Devimon's a very cool card. Devimon has got retaliation, both as a regular skill and as an inheritable skill. So if you get deleted in battle, you take him down with you. Or if you Digivolve from this and take him down in battle, you take them down with you. And then we've got 4 copies of Devimon here, but not the same Devimon. This is the Devimon from the starter deck, and I have told you these starter decks are good. It is a 1 cost to Digivolve level 4, which is a great hook, and it's got blocker. Now when you attack, you lose 2 memory like so many blockers before, so maybe don't attack with it. but it's a 1-cost to Digivolve into level 4 blocker. That alone is a reason to get pretty excited about it. There is actually a level 4 in here that isn't Devamon. There are just a couple copies of Meramon, and Meramon is a 1-cost to Digivolve level 4. That's it. There's nothing particularly more exciting about it than that. It's cheap to Digivolve up. Sorry. Moving up into level 5s here. There are a couple of interesting level 5s, which make me rather happy. What we've got here is we've actually got Lady Devamon. Just to carry on that little theme. When you Digivolve into it, you draw 2. And then it's got an inheritable skill where when you use an option card, you delete one of your opponent's level 3 Digimon. There aren't many option cards in the deck, we'll get there in a minute, there are a couple, but it's just really nice to have the option here. I mean, firstly, drawing 2 when you Digivolve up is cool, and secondly, being able to delete level 3s is, yeah, pretty cool. Now, weirdly, there aren't that many level 5s in the deck at all. There are more level 6s than level 5s here. Although we are playing a variety, we'll get there in a second. But there are 4 other level 5s. We've got a nice little playset here of Skull Meramon. And it's not a card I'm particularly enamored with. It's not a card I'm particularly fond of. But it's a vanilla level 5 that Digivolves for a 2-cost. And that's it. That's why we're playing it. We want to Digivolve up into our level 6s as fast as we possibly can. So we play this as a cheap to evolve level 5. I'm afraid it's not any more exciting than that. And this is a weird kind of deck at this stage, because we're playing around with Retaliation, we've got a little bit of draw power, we've got some blockers, we've got some smaller Digimon, and then even though we've only got 6 level 5s, we're rocking 8 level 6s and a couple of level 7s. But in terms of level 6s, I said about Anubismon, so we need to talk about Anubismon here. This is the one that I am absolutely in love with. This is the one from the new set that makes me very happy. It's got a skill whereby when you Digivolve, you may play a level 3 Digimon from your trash without paying the cost. And on your turn, any Digimon that are played from the trash, either with this or something else, they all gain haste or rush, which means they can attack this turn. So when you Digivolve up, you play a level 3 Digimon, you can attack this turn. And then, of course, it could be something like Tapermon, who, yeah, fine, Tapermon's going to get deleted when it attacks. But Tapermon is also going to draw you a card when it gets deleted and hopefully take out a security card. So that sounds all right by me, quite frankly. I'm all right with that. Now, we do also have Beezlemon coming in here. This one, of course, already came out in Booster 1.0. There are 2 copies of this. And when you got 10 or more cards in your trash, your Impmon can Digivolve into this card for a memory cost of 4. And this is why we get to play more level 6s and level 5s. Because actually, Impmon is a level 3 that can Digivolve straight into Beezlemon. So you do essentially get to cheat. To be honest with you, you get to skip a couple of evolution stages, so even though it looks a little bit weird, and in a way the count is a little bit weird, there are ways around it, there are reasons for optimism, it does make a little bit of sense. Now, the really cool one we've got here, there is a single copy of the Metal Garurumon that came around as a promo card over in Japan. This has already been confirmed. It's going to be one of the Dash Pack promos in BT4. It's got Digiburst 2, you trash 2 Digivolution sources to use it, and you can play a purple option card that is level 7 or below from your hand without paying the cost. Bearing in mind we've already seen things like Lady Devamon here, which will delete a level 3 when you play this, which honestly seems a little bit unfair, and maybe it is, but it's a cool skill. Of course, you're only playing one of these, so how often you'll draw into it, that is a matter of debate. And then we see ourselves a couple copies here of another level 6. It is Mastermon. When you Digivolve, you discard 1 security of both players, and then you may play a level 4 or less yellow or purple Digimon from your trash without paying the cost. Yes, that will include Loosemon. So again, it's going to be awkward sometimes to draw into the level 6s you want, playing, 2 ofs. The only one you're playing more than 2 of is Anubismon. But the fact that you can be playing these Digimon for free, including Loosemon, bearing in mind Loosemon has 10,000 power and will be given haste by Anubismon, when this works, when the combo goes off, this is going to be absolutely over the top beautiful. Do remember you've got to discard 1 security from both players, so you need to time this pretty well. It could go pretty badly if you're not terribly careful. And then we've got Millenniummon. There's a couple copies of Millenniummon here, a nice level 7. When you Digivolve, you return one of your opponent's Digimon to the bottom of their deck. You just take their biggest threat off the board, essentially. And if there's any Digivolution sources, you can essentially replay it when it gets deleted for free, though without any Digivolution sources that it had. But that's still really cool. Being able to essentially play this twice in one? Yeah. Yeah, I can get on board with that, ladies and gentlemen. I can absolutely get on board with that. Again, it's a 2 of level 7. It's not going to come out every game, but when it does, it's going to be useful. And we do actually see a Tamer here. We don't always see Tamers in purple decks, but we do have Matt Ashida coming in here. This is the one that came around in Booster 1.0. Now, it is a 4 cost, which is, shall we say, not the cheapest one we've ever seen, which is a little bit sad. But it's got that usual thing whereby when you start your turn with 1 or 2 memory, it will be instantly lifted up to 3, which is always nice. Your opponent's trying to pass it to you with 1 or 2 memory, so you can kind of pay it back to them, which is fun. But when you play, you may return a purple Digimon card or option card from your trash to your hand, which is really good. It means you're getting those option cards back that, remember, can be played for free using your Metal Garurumon, and then that will combo with Lady Devamon, and it's all coming together rather nicely. Hey, speaking of option cards, there are a couple we see here. Obviously, we see Trump Sword here. That shouldn't really surprise anyone. Trump Sword is awesome. Trump Sword deletes an unsuspended Digimon. And yeah, fine, the one you want to delete might be suspended and that's going to suck. But I don't particularly care, because this is a really good card. Bearing in mind, Metal Garurumon will let you play it for nothing. And then if Lady Devamon's out, you get to delete 2 Digimon playing the card, which is fun. The other one we've got here is Night Raid, and this is another very obvious inclusion in the deck, because it's a 2 cost card that lets you play a purple level 3 Digimon from your trash without paying the cost. Bearing in mind it will be granted haste by Anubismon, and this is very much a deck that wants to play from the trash a lot of the time anyway, so this seems kind of fun to me. It looks like a real mishmash deck on the face of it. The fact that it's got so many level 3s and 4s but not many 5s, but then more level 6s. But there are some combos going on. I get nervous by the amount of different level 6s being played here, but I'm a man who likes to play 4-ofs in Digimon because of the lack of draw power generally. But I'll be honest with you, I like Anubismon, and this looks like a real fun deck. It is one that I'm getting a little bit excited about. But I'd like to know how you think about this deck. I'd like to know if this is one you're going to be looking into playing, so let me know in the comment section, would ya? Go nuts! Be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at the Wossy. That's where we talk Digimon and a bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wossy Plays.